Hello, everyone. Welcome to today's story, My First Flight, A Journey into the Unknown. This story is about Zara, a young girl who has never been on an airplane before. This was her first time flying, and she was both excited and nervous. Let's start the story. Zara had always lived in a small town, far from the big city. She had heard stories from her friends about airplanes, how they could fly in the sky like birds. Zara loved watching planes fly high above her, wondering where they were going and how it felt to be inside one. For years she had dreamt of flying, but she had never been on a plane before. Then one day, Zara's parents gave her exciting news. They told her that they were going to visit her uncle in another city. And the best part? They were going to take an airplane to get there. "We're flying," they said. Zara's heart raced. She couldn't believe it. "Really? I'm going to fly on a plane?" she asked, her eyes wide with excitement. "Yes, Zara." "It's your first flight," her mother said with a smile. Zara had never been to the airport before, and she didn't know what to expect. She was both excited and a little nervous. Her parents helped her pack a small bag. "Don't forget your passport," her father said, reminding her of an important document she needed. "And remember, only take small things with you. You can't carry big things in your bag," her mother added. Zara thought carefully about what to pack. She packed her favorite book, a small snack, and a toy for comfort. She was ready. The day of the flight finally arrived. Zara woke up early, her heart beating fast. She and her family arrived at the airport in the morning. It was much bigger than she had imagined. There were many people walking quickly, carrying bags and talking to each other. Zara looked up at the big signs above her. "Where do we go now?" she asked. "We need to check in first," her father replied. They stood in line at the check-in counter, and Zara felt nervous again. She saw other travelers carrying heavy bags and speaking on their phones. "This place is so big," Zara thought to herself. After checking in, they had to go through security. Zara had no idea what that meant. Her parents told her she needed to take off her shoes and put her bag on a table. Zara was confused. Why did she have to do all of this? But her father smiled and said, "It's okay, Zara. This is just to keep everyone safe." Zara walked through a special door, and when she heard a beep, she got nervous. But a friendly security officer smiled and said, "You're all set." Zara felt relieved. Now it was time to wait. Zara and her family walked to the waiting area. There were many other people sitting there, just like them, waiting for their flights. Zara looked outside and saw big airplanes parked on the tarmac. They looked so fast and powerful. Zara couldn't wait to get on one of them. She looked at the ticket in her hand. "Gate 3, she read aloud. "That's where we need to go," her mother explained. As the time to board the plane drew near, Zara felt a mixture of excitement and nervousness. She saw people getting on the airplane ahead of them. Some people were smiling and chatting, while others were quiet. Zara held her mother's hand tightly as they walked down a long hallway to the airplane door. A flight attendant greeted them with a warm smile. "Welcome aboard," she said. "Please follow me to your seats." Zara and her parents showed their tickets, and the flight attendant led them to their seats near the window. Zara couldn't believe it. She was going to sit by the window. She looked out, and the view was amazing. The airplane looked so big, and she felt so small next to it. When Zara sat down, she realized that the inside of the airplane was much different from what she had imagined. There were seats everywhere, and the airplane was much bigger inside than she thought it would be. There were so many people sitting quietly, some reading books, some watching movies, and some chatting with their neighbors. Zara looked around and saw the seatbelt sign on. She quickly buckled her seatbelt, remembering what her parents had told her. "Always wear your seatbelt when you're flying." The flight attendant explained the safety instructions, and then the airplane began to move. As the airplane started moving down the runway, Zara felt nervous. The airplane went faster and faster. The ground started to get smaller and smaller. Zara looked out of the window and saw the airport getting smaller. Suddenly, there was a moment when the airplane went up into the sky. Zara's stomach dropped. "Wow, we are flying!" she said excitedly. The airplane was lifting off, and Zara was now above the ground, looking down at the tiny houses and cars far below. Once the airplane was in the sky, Zara felt a little better. She looked out the window again and saw the clouds below them. It looked like they were flying through a soft, fluffy pillow. Zara thought it was so beautiful. She could see the sun shining through the clouds. She saw rivers and fields in the distance, looking like tiny pictures below her. She couldn't believe she was actually flying. Zara wanted to tell her friends, but they were all at home, far away. "This is so cool," Zara thought to herself, feeling proud. She was flying for the first time. During the flight, things were calm and peaceful. Zara's mother gave her a small snack, and they all watched a movie on the screen in front of them. Zara drank some juice and her father read a book. Everything felt comfortable. After a while, Zara felt sleepy. "Is it okay to sleep on the airplane?" she asked her mother. "Yes, it's okay," her mother replied. "The airplane is very safe." Zara closed her eyes and soon fell asleep. After what seemed like a short nap, Zara woke up. She could feel the airplane starting to go down. Her ears felt funny, like they were popping. She held her mother's hand, looking out the window. Slowly, the airplane moved lower and lower. Zara could see the ground again, and soon she saw the city where they were landing. The airplane touched down with a soft bump. Zara heard the wheels on the runway, and she felt the airplane slow down. "We are here," her father said with a smile. Zara was so happy. She had just experienced her very first flight. She couldn't wait to tell everyone back home about her amazing journey. As the airplane stopped, they gathered their things and walked out of the plane. The airport looked different from the one they had come from, but Zara was excited to explore it. She looked around, amazed to be in a new city. She knew this was only the beginning of her adventures, and there would be many more to come. Zara's first flight had been such a special experience. She had learned so much about flying and had seen the world from above. Flying was not as scary as she had thought. It was exciting, and Zara couldn't wait to fly again. What about you? Have you ever been on a plane? What would you do if it was your first flight? Maybe one day you'll have your very own adventure in the sky. Share your thoughts with us in the comments below. Thank you for watching today's story. If you liked it, please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our channel. We have more fun and easy stories in English for you to enjoy. See you next time.